Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for a follow-up video to a recent iOS app spotlight that I did. I recently released a video for an iOS accessible app called Be My Eyes, more specifically the new feature called Be My AI. And, I had played with it a fair bit before recording that video, but forgot to really touch on one other aspect of the video that I really didn't engage with much, and so I forgot to mention. Since then, I've had a chance to play with that feature of the Be My AI part of Be My Eyes, and I figured I would do a follow-up video just because I'm so kind of enthralled, like I'm entranced by how freaking good this new AI feature is. So in the last video, I showed you the app itself, and I showed, me taking pictures of items in my environment, anything from a piece of paper, food products, toy collectibles, a scene from my living room, I don't know, a few other things. But what you can also do is, and I found this to be very handy, I've actually, not only just for experimentation reasons, but within the last week since recording that video, I've actually come across a couple real life instances where I found this to be very helpful. So just like other apps, Seeing AI and KNFB Reader before it, you can use the Be My AI feature to capture and describe existing photos. Now, they could be in your photo library, they could be in an email, they could be on a social media post, they could be in Safari. So I'll show you a few examples, and I'll show you there's a couple different ways that you can do it.
Safari.
So we're going to start by going to Safari.
Safari.
And I'm going to switch to a different tab.
Amazon.com. USB-C charging station. Amazon.com. USB. About optimized battery charge. Limited time. Use the described and caption media program.
Let's see.
Google. Tab. Home. Key. Slinger Slim trademark. Your ultimate hands-free mobile accessory. Best electronic drum kits. Vertical line summer 2020.
Let's go to this drum kit here. Let's go to. I was reading an article about some electronic drum kits. So we have a picture, we have a heading here.
Best electronic drum kits, vertical line summer 2023.
I'm going to swipe to the right.
Share button. By Sweetwater. Link on July 20. Best electronic drum sets 2022 featured image.
Okay, so it doesn't tell us. It just says best image. Now, if you're in like a social media post, let's say on Twitter or Facebook, if you're still into that thing, or on the web, I can double tap and hold. That'll bring up our context menu, and I'll swipe to the right here.
Save to photos button. Share button.
And swipe to the left, and let's share that.
Share. Dismiss context
this brings
menu.
Up your standard share sheet. I'm not going to go through really how to use it, because this is just something that iOS has. On the top you've got your contacts. The second row you've got some other apps, and then you have a list of actions that you can take below the list of apps.
Copy button.
I'm going to scroll down a little bit here.
Describe with Be My Eyes button.
Describe with Be My Eyes is one of my options.
Describe with cancel.
I'm going to do that here.
Please wait. Be My AI is writing a message.
Shouldn't take too long. Let's see what this image is.
AI is still right. Be My AI. The picture shows a close-up of a drum set. The focus is on the drummer's hands, which are holding drumsticks and are in motion, giving a sense of action and rhythm. There are several drums in the image, including a snare and tom-toms, with a cymbal on the left side. The cymbal is slightly blurred, indicating it is being hit. The drums are mounted on stands and have a polished finish. The drumsticks appear to be made of wood. The background is dark, which makes the drums in the drummer's hand stand out.
Very detailed image, so it told me there was some sort of a vague, when I was just touching the image on Safari, but, obviously it probably had something to do with drums based on the article. But now we get a much better, a full description of what this image is. Now keep in mind, this is, I haven't even really opened the app. This is just like an overlay, a little kind of a pop-up interface. And I still have the ability, if I wanted to,
Message. Text field. Double tap
I
to
could
edit.
double
User
tap
loading
that and I could ask follow-up questions just like I could if I were using my camera. So that's a use case in Safari. I'm going to scrub to
Image.
go back. I'm going to scrub to go back and get rid of that menu.
Skip to main content.
So
Page link
that's an
navigation.
example
Dock.
in Safari.
Double tap
Let's
to
go
open
into
apps Twitter.
Twitter or
Safari. Photos.
X
Safari. Photos.
because I'm
Active.
in X a
YouTube.
lot.
Active. YouTube. Active. Lost Vault. Active. Mail. Active.
Uh,
CapEx. Active.
there's my X app.
CapEx. Active.
Too many
CapEx.
things
Account
open.
menu.
So,
Niatic at stupidhoroscope.bsky.
okay,
Social
let's see.
_wine_connoisseur light. Vinicius Medeiros decided to try out the Last Exterminator demo because why not? 4 images. 14 hours ago.
Okay,
Twitter
this
replies.
has 4
Niatic
images.
at stupid horror landscape. Image.
So I'm going to double tap and hold on that.
Post photo. Post photo. Button. Copy photo. Save photo. Share via. Button.
Share via. And I should
Post
also
photo,
in this list
Page
have a
2 of 3. Add to
similar
new quick note. Open in Safari. Button. Save to
option.
file. Button. Convert. Export to PDF. Describe with Be My Eyes. Button.
Let's do it.
Cancel. But this is taking longer than. Please wait. Be My Eyes writing a message.
Now, when I've been in Twitter or X, I do periodically get this message saying that it's
This is
taking
long.
longer
Be My
than
Eye.
usual.
The picture shows a scene from a first-person shooter video game. The player is in a dimly lit hallway with greenish brown walls. There is a wooden railing on the right side and a couple of crates on the left. This is taking longer than usual. Please wait.
And unfortunately, when it does that, when I try to read it, it keeps
This is taking
saying
longer than
that
usual.
over.
Please wait.
So even if I were to touch this again,
My AI.
the
picture shows a scene
description,
from a first-person shooter video game. This is taking longer than usual.
Yeah.
Be My AI. The picture shows a scene from a first-person shooter video game. The player is in a dimly lit hallway with greenish brown walls. There is a wooden railing on the right side and a couple of crates on the left. This is taking longer than usual.
so I can't read the full description because that stupid message interferes with it. And I am going to report
This is taking
that.
longer than close.
I'm sure they can fix it because it doesn't seem to happen when I do it from Safari. It doesn't seem to happen when I do it from my photo
This is taking longer
library.
than usual. Please wait.
So I don't know why it's giving us this message when I do it from X because I've done it a few times.
This is taking longer than usual. Please
Yeah,
wait.
so that needs to either not happen or say that less
Timeline.
frequently
Back button.
or have a thing to say, hey, when I'm reading something aloud, please don't tell me that message because obviously you came up with the description already. So it's a minor annoyance. I'm sure it'll be fixed. But it was starting to tell me literally, not, it recognized just like in that magazine or that book picture that I took in the last video where I was doing the Wolfenstein image. It's like, oh, they knew, oh, it's a first-person shooter video. It was starting to describe the scene. I mean, I'm just fascinated. You know, I've gone back to Seeing AI and Be My Eyes, or not Be My Eyes, Seeing AI and Envision AI, and probably even a couple apps I'm forgetting, but like some of the just such weirdly worded and vague image descriptions that you get in those, and then compare that to what you're getting in the Be My AI feature of Be My Eyes, I'm kind of fascinated. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I mean, even as a low vision user, as I said in the previous video, there's things that I miss. Like, oh, I would like to know a little bit more detail. There's probably some things that I missed. It's really, really cool. So I showed you, you kind of do the double tap and hold. You can do that in Safari.
Dock.
You
Safari.
can do that in, you know, your pretty much any app where you have an embedded image, social media, mail, whatever. Double tap and hold when the image is on focus, and choose your share. Choose your recognize with Be My Eyes, and you're going to get that image description. Because there's been a few posts, you know, if you're familiar with Twitter or X or social media, a lot of times people will put jokes or they'll put some sort of information. Like in the gaming industry, there's a lot of posts where a company will announce like a delay or a status update something, but it's way too much for a tweet. So instead, they just take a screenshot and then they post this big blurb of text as a picture. Well, obviously that doesn't do us any good, but I can now just double tap and hold, and then it tells me what the text is. I did that. I used it for, somebody had posted like a screenshot of something that they were referring to, but they didn't mention really what it was. So I had to read the screenshot to know. It was like a screenshot of a web page or something. And like, oh well, what is it? What is this? And Be My Eyes was able to tell me. So I've already been, like I said, even as a low vision user, now that I've been playing more with the, being able to scan existing images, I've been using it a lot. Now, to wrap up this video, I'm going to go into my photo library, and we're just going to scan. I have all kinds of images in here. I'm surprised that I actually have as many photos as I do.
CapEx active. Safari. CapEx active.
But I've been enthralled. One time earlier this week, I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't fall asleep, and I was reading Twitter. And I had to. I did one of those things where I was recognizing a post.
Photos active.
Or I needed to recognize an image, like I was just talking about. And, that got me to thinking, well, God, if I'm looking at these images, what if I go to my photo library? I would like to see what some of my memories are described like with this feature. Now, I'm not going to tell you what this image is if you have no vision. If you have some vision, you can probably already tell. And I'll give you some context after we hear its description. So I have my image
Photo,
here.
Date, June 11th, 2022. Toolbar. Share,
Okay,
button.
so it was a 22 image.
Photo, date, June.
I'm going to
Copy
scroll
photo,
down to
button.
share.
Page 2 of 3. Copy iCloud link. Export unmodified original. AirPlay. Use as wallpaper. Add to new quick note. Button. Save to files. Button. Describe with Be My Eyes. Button.
Describe with Be My
Photo,
Eyes.
Date, June 11th. Please wait. Please wait. Be My Eyes writing a message.
Let's see if it gives me the same description it did before. This was amazing.
My AI still. Be My AI. The picture shows a car that resembles the Ecto-1 from the Ghostbusters movie. It's a long, white car with a red stripe running along the side. On the door, there's the Ghostbusters logo, which is a ghost inside a red circle with a diagonal line through it. Above the car, there's a roof rack with various equipment, including a ladder on the side. The text "We Yagen Call" is written on the side, which is a famous line from the Ghostbusters theme song. The car is parked on a gravel surface. In the background, there's a large gray building and a red tractor with big wheels. The sky is cloudy.
Think about everything you just heard. It knew that it was the Ghostbusters car, or that it was a car that resembled it, because this is not the actual Ghostbusters car. Believe it or not, my cousin owns this car. He took an old hearse, because that's what the Ghostbusters car was. He took this hearse and he made it, he's working on making it into the Ecto-1.
Describe with Be My Eyes.
And this was a picture that my aunt shared with me. I've got a couple other pictures from different angles, but that's a pretty sweet looking car so far. But it told us not only that it was the Ghostbuster car, it told us that there was not only the Ghostbusters logo, but described the logo, told us about the equipment on the car. The ladder told us a little bit about the tractor in the background that you can see there in the building. The sky is cloudy, but there's like so much detail. And even, the who you gonna call, like, oh yeah, that's a famous line from the theme song. So it's just adding like layers upon layers of context that just flow together really well. And that's what fascinates me about this. Oh crap, you know what? I should have gone back in there. I was going to ask it to describe the equipment on the car. You know what?
Describe with Be My Eyes.
Let's do a describe with Be My Eyes.
Describe with Be My Eyes. Describe
I'll
with
let
Be
it.
My Eyes.
Come on.
Describe with Be My Eyes. Page 3 of 3.
Uh-oh.
Photo.
Did
Date,
my
June,
phone-
Photo. Date. June 11th. Toolbar. Share. Button.
Let me try it
Photo,
one more
date,
time here,
copy
because
photo.
I do want to
Page
see
2 of
what it's
3.
going to
Describe
say.
with Be My Eyes. Button. Photo. Date. June 11th.
Now, I don't know why the description
Please wait,
isn't
Be My Eyes,
coming
writing a
up.
message.
It's just sharing the photo. But you guys can hear it. You guys can enjoy the Ghostbusters picture.
My AI is still writing a message. Be My AI. The picture shows a car that resembles the Ecto-1 from the Ghostbusters
Okay, so
movie.
there's our description.
Message. Text field.
And I'm going
Double
to
tap
ask
edit.
it.
Insertion point at end. Dictate. Double tap. Message. Describe the equipment on top of the send message button. Send. Please wait. Be My AI.
So
writing a
it
message.
mutes
Please
my
wait. Be
microphone
AI
because I'm
writing a
using the
message.
same microphone for my computer. And that's why it did that in the other video as well.
My AI. On top of the car, there is a variety of equipment attached to a roof rack. There is a white box with what appears to be a red light or siren on top of it. There are also a couple of cylindrical tanks, some coiled wires, and what looks like a couple of yellow lights or beacons. There is also a ladder attached to the side of the roof rack. The equipment looks like it's meant to resemble the ghost-catching gadgets from the Ghostbusters movie.
Nice. So it doesn't know exactly what each thing is, but it's like, oh yeah, you got the siren up there. You got. This is just too much fun. And, in such a visual world, here, that's the thing that I think, like I said, these other apps have had such vague and weird descriptions thus far. But now, whether it's social media posts or maybe your family member shares their photo library with a blind user, or, a blind user can actually start taking photos with their phone and, capturing their memories. And now it's a lot easier to know what these pictures are because they can be described at any time with this type of app, with this type of AI. So it's really cool. So there's our Ecto 1. That was fun. Gave an example of even getting more information. Let's see. We're just going to go through a whole bunch of, let's see. Okay, here we go. Here's a screenshot image that I took. Let's turn it back on here.
Photos, recent toolbar, share button.
I'm going to share.
Screenshot, date, copy photo, page 2 of 3, describe with Be My Eyes button. Screenshot, date,
I
August
wonder
1st,
what this could be.
Please wait, Be My AI is writing a message.
One of my prouder moments.
My AI is still writing a message. My AI, the image you've shared is a screenshot of a page from a magazine. At the top, there is a status bar of a game showing the time as 10:41 and a game interface with a hand holding a gun, an ammo counter, and a radiation symbol. Below that, there is a title that reads 8 different view on Doom, Tobii accessibility mod with a subtitle written by Jesse Anderson. The background is dark with a grungy texture. The page contains a lengthy article with several paragraphs. The article talks about the Tobii accessibility mod for the game Doom, which makes the game accessible to blind players. It mentions that the mod uses audio cues and a compass system to help blind players navigate the game. On the right side of the page, there is an image of a character from the game wearing green armor and a helmet. Below that, there is a section titled Retrospective Feature with an image of a game character holding a weapon. At the bottom of the page, there is a large text that reads back, us on Kickstarter, and a website link reload-magazine.com. There are also references and links provided at the end of the article for further information.
There you go. Now, I could follow up and say, read the text of that article, and it would. But it's giving us a summary of the article, because, maybe we took maybe this was something I was unfamiliar with. And I wanted to know what was on this magazine page. It tells me the title, the author, gives a summary, and it even tells me because this one has got kind of like the background is meant to be like it's a dark, like a stone or brick background or whatever, so it's meant to look gritty like the game is. Tells us about the screenshot. And this, now that I think about it just now, what this makes me kind of want to try is, if it's describing things like this, I've always wanted to experience some comic books, and there are a plethora of digital comic apps. Like, I would love to check out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin series, for one. I bet you I could probably read comics with this, because I could get image descriptions, it would read the text bubbles. I will have to try that. Heck yeah, man. How cool is this? So there's an example of, I took a screenshot of, this was from the PDF version of the E1M1, or the Reload Magazine article in the sampler issue, cheap plug, my Tobii Accessibility Mod article. So that's another type of screenshot. And here's another fun one.
Voiceover on.
I won't tell you what it is.
Toolbar, share button. Photo, date, copy photo, page 2 of 3, describe with Be My Eyes button. Photo, date, June 14th, please wait, Be My AI is writing a message. Be My AI, the picture shows a close-up of what appears to be a helmet, possibly from a video game or movie. The helmet is dark gray with some wear and tear, including scratches and scuffs. The top of the helmet has a rectangular vent with multiple slits. The visor is a reflective teal color, and the area around the visor has some silver detailing. The bottom part of the helmet has a vented section that looks like it could be for breathing. The helmet has a futuristic, armored appearance.
Now that's cool because I remember doing this image description once before, and it gave a similar description, but it actually gave a more detailed description this time. Now I'm probably zoomed in a little bit on this image, a little bit too closely, but that is a picture of me wearing the Doom Guy helmet. Heck yeah, man. Me wearing the Doom Guy helmet.
Describe with my eyes.
Had to include that. So like I said, that's a... So there's
Photo,
like a
date,
picture
youth,
of some,
recents,
you know,
back
like I said, it didn't
button, voiceover on.
recognize, because you can see my shoulders and my shirt there, but you can't really, you know, it's a little close. It doesn't, maybe, it just sees mainly the helmet. Let's do one or two more. Oh, yeah, let's go all the way up here to the top. And let's do... Let's do this one.
Voiceover on.
Photos, toolbar, share, button. Photo, date, May, copy photo, page 2 of, describe with my eyes, button. Photo, date, May 3rd, to, please wait.
Another cool moment.
Please wait, be my eyes writing a message. My AI is still writing a message. My AI, the picture shows a scene from what appears to be a convention or exhibition. The main focus is a DeLorean car, which is famously known as the time machine from the Back to the Future movies. The car has its gull-wing doors open and is adorned with blue neon lights. There is a man sitting inside the car, smiling at the camera. The car is parked on a black floor, and there is a rectangular mat in front of it that has the Back to the Future logo with multicolored letters. To the right of the car, there is a backdrop with images of a brick building and a web-like pattern. There are also several people in the background, looking at other exhibits. The car has a license plate that reads Dean Fox.
So there you go. That was when that was
Describe
the
with my
summer
eyes, button.
I went to a
Photo, date,
local
May 3rd, recents, back button.
I went to a local Wizard World comic book convention, and a guy had a DeLorean Back to the Future replica, and I was hanging out in the in the DeLorean. I've got a bunch of screens of, well, let's see,
Photo,
I can
date,
go
May
in,
3rd, 2014.
let's see.
Photo, date, May,
Let's
photo,
see.
recents, back photo, date.
Yeah, we'll
May,
do this
toolbar,
one.
Share, button.
So
Photo, date, copy photo.
let's
button,
see what it
page 2 of
tells
3,
us here.
Describe with my eyes, button. Photo, date, May 3rd, to please watch. Please wait, be my AI is writing a message. My AI is still writing a message. My AI, the picture shows the interior of a vehicle, possibly a car. The focus is on a panel with various buttons and switches mounted on the roof of the vehicle. The panel has 2 rows of buttons. The top row has rectangular buttons with labels such as PWR, available, stealth, polluted, code red, fuel out, and more. The bottom row has round buttons with labels like LLL and POS2. The buttons are illuminated with different colors like red and yellow. Below this panel, there is another device with 2 round gauges and a small screen. In the background, there are people. One of them is wearing a green shirt and there is a sign that says bow ties are cool. The setting seems to be indoors, possibly at an event or exhibition.
So that is the interior. I was sitting in the DeLorean taking pictures. I have, that's kind of some of the front or the side, the stuff on the roof. I've got another picture with the flux capacitor.
Describe with my eyes, button.
Really, really cool. I mean, because this was decked out, man. Like all the lights were on. You had the time gate, the time circuits. It was
Photo,
just a
date, May 3rd,
cool,
recents,
cool
back button.
car. Let's wrap it up
Photo,
with,
date, page 2 of 25.
let's see. I'll scroll down. Oh, actually, I
Voiceover
might
off.
do one or two more here, because we can't not do. Let's see. So I've got. Oh, that was a good one too. But let's see. I want to find a one that I really like here. My buddy.
Voiceover on. Copy photo.
You can't look at
Page 2 of
photos
describe with Be My Eyes button. Live photo. Favored. Date. Please wait.
and not, you can't look at photos and not look at this.
Please wait. Be My Eyes writing
Because
a
that's
message.
what the internet's for.
Be My AI. The picture shows a cat sitting on a brown carpet. The cat has a mix of gray and white fur with stripes. It is looking to the side and seems to be in a relaxed position. There is also a black object near the cat, which appears to be a cord or cable. The background is mostly the brown carpet and a part of a black leg, possibly of a table or chair.
There you go. My little buddy there. That is Pirate, one of my parents' cats. He's a tomcat. He's my buddy. I love that cat. I want to go home and see him again.
Describe with Be My
But
Eyes
yeah,
button.
now we can look at cat photos just like everybody else. I've got several different cat photos.
Live photo. Favored. Recent.
Let's
Back
see
button.
here.
Voiceover off.
I'm just doing this kind of visually. We can just, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there's so many. Oh yeah. How about this one?
Voiceover on.
Photo toolbar. Share button. Live photo. Date. Copy photo. But page 2 of export to PDF. Describe with Be My Eyes button. Live photo. Date. June 16. Please wait. Please wait. Be My Eyes writing a message. Be My AI still writing a message. Be My AI. The picture shows a room with a black office chair in the center. On the armrest of the chair, there is a large toy gun that looks like a futuristic weapon. It has a silver and black body with red accents and an orange tip indicating it's a toy. The gun has a chainsaw-like attachment at the front and a wooden stock at the back. In the
Yeah.
background, there is a desk with a computer monitor, keyboard, and a gaming controller. There is also a blue jacket hanging on the left side and some boxes and a black bag on the right side on the floor. The room appears to be a home office or a gaming room.
There you go. That is a picture of my Lancer Gears of War, the Lancer with the chainsaw bayonet. I did a Geek Loot spotlight on that a while back. So yeah, it even recognized that, hey, this is actually a chainsaw attachment. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, you can have all kinds of fun
Describe with Be My Eyes button.
with this particular app,
Live photo, date,
or
June
just
recent,
looking
back
at
button.
photos. I'll do one last
off.
one because I'll do like let's say like a nature scene or something. I have a whole bunch of pictures when I had to do a whole bunch of transition stuff for work that summer, but my family took a trip to South Dakota,
Voiceover on.
and my mom
Photos,
sent me
recent, back
all
button.
these just really nice like nature photos, and I think I might have a picture of Mount Rushmore in there somewhere.
Toolbar,
But I
share
just
button.
picked a random
Photo,
picture
date,
here.
June, copy photo, button, page
And
2 of
let's
3.
get a
Describe with Be My
description
Eyes button. Photo, date, June 10th. Please
of
wait.
this
Be My Eyes
scene.
writing a message.
And then we'll
Please
wrap
wait.
it up.
Be My Eyes writing a message. Be My AI still writing a message. Be My AI. The picture shows a beautiful landscape of a small town surrounded by lush greenery. In the foreground, there is a hill with tall grass and a few trees. As you move your gaze further, you can see a well-maintained park with a neat arrangement of trees and green lawns. The town is in the middle ground, with various buildings including houses, a church with a steeple, and industrial silos. The background shows vast open fields and a dramatic sky filled with fluffy clouds that seem to be gathering, possibly indicating an approaching storm. The overall atmosphere is serene with a touch of anticipation due to the weather.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting description. I have never taken a picture of this I've never done a description of this picture before, and that's a really neat and pretty thorough description of this nature scene. So that's where we are gonna wrap it up. But I mean, this is just
App
one
Store, 5.
feature of one app. You know, I was having a conversation on X a week or two ago, and you know, like I said, it's funny because there's people who don't own a smartphone yet, and they're like, well, I kind of want one now, but I don't know, like, why would I really want one? Why would I need one? I'm going to do a follow-up video soon. The last one I did was, I think, in 2018, which surprises me that it's that old already. But people ask me periodically to give an updated list of apps that I would use on my smartphone. Like what apps would I recommend for blind and low vision users? Or, how can a smartphone be useful? And this alone, if you have a vision impairment, like I said, I'm just having fun going back and looking at pictures I know. Like I've got many concert photos in there. One was describing, the pyro. I had these like pillars of flames in a picture from a Metallica concert that I was at a few years ago. But it's really fun. And, I can kind of see the pictures, but I can even get some extra detail that I didn't see before. But if somebody is totally blind, now blind users can actually more fully participate in this visual world because, what do they do on social media? Like everything is so visual. There's pictures everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, web, whatever. Now they can kind of engage with a lot of the photos that are out there and, even make their own memories and also look at endless cat pictures because, like I said, what's the internet for? Just a whole bunch of cat pictures. So that is I wanted to highlight that particular feature because I didn't cover it in the last video. That is the Be My Eyes app, and they are currently in the process of rolling out the Be My AI feature. As I'm recording this, you may or may not have access to it yet, because remember, the original purpose of Be My Eyes was you take a picture, you ask a question, and you connect to a remote sighted volunteer who can answer said question for you. You still have the capability to do that. But with this new Be My AI feature that is coming out, you should have access to it either already or within the next few weeks. You can take a picture of stuff with your camera, or you can look at existing images in your browser, your mail, social media, your photo library, etc., and do what I just did in these last couple of videos. So hope you guys found that helpful, entertaining, informative. Like I said, I am pretty fascinated with how well this works. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-sighted, illegally-sighted.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.